Greetings and welcome back. Today I'll be covering on what I would do if I can start this challenge for Journey to $1 Million all over again. As you may know, I started this series to journalize how my attempt in securing $1 million of prop firm funding and to withdraw at least 100K of profit from it. But what you may not know is that I actually started this journey almost a month ago. And my first attempt was at this challenge is a dud. It doesn't mean that actually I failed the evaluation or anything. It's just that uh, halfway down the road, I realized that I was starting this challenge at the wrong foot. So what do I mean by that? The first prop firm that I started with is the Booleanox. And in specifically, here the 100K end of day account. If we are looking at this, it is offering a max of 12 contracts at a profit target of $6,000 and a drawdown of up to $3,000. If we are looking at the 50K account instead, here it is offering a max of 7K contract, a profit target of $3,000 and a drawdown of up to $2,500. So will I still want the 100K account? Judging by these two criteria, the 50K and the 100K account, I am starting to think no. Why? Because I wanted a buffer of 10 losses where I can lose 10 times in a row without blowing my account. And if you're looking at the 100K, which can offer me like 12 contracts, assuming I did very well in this prop firm challenge, I managed to pass the evaluation and build out a sizable buffer, and I am able to trade the maximum of 12 contracts at once. And I usually trade the NQ futures. Each NQ point is $20. So assuming my trade average out about 25 points of stop loss each trade, I am risking $500 per NQ contract each time I trading. Am I willing to risk $6,000, which is 500 multiplied by 12 contracts for each trade? Probably yes. But am I willing to keep a $60,000 buffer in the prop firm account? My answer for this is highly likely no. I would like to try and withdraw as much as I can from the prop firm account. And the risk to reward during the evaluation period is actually not in favor of the 100K account. If you're looking at the 50K account, it has a drawdown of 2,500 to meet a profit target of $3,000. So theoretically, I am risking $1 to make 20 cents. But if you're looking at a 100K account, it has a drawdown of $3,000 to meet a profit target of $6,000. I am risking $1 to make another dollar. So the math here favors one account over the other, which is the 50K account. So what I will do in the future is I will cancel the 100K account before its next renewal and get the 50K one. And why not just go ahead and pay out the activation fee if I have already secured the 100K account? After all, it's still an additional account. My reason for this is I don't need up to 12 to trade up to 12 contracts. That is already quite a lot to me. And if you're looking at the Booleanox activation fee for the 100K, I have to pay $245. For the 50K account, I have to pay $145. So my thinking was that if I have to pay for the 50K, a new account, which is probably $60, plus this $145 is still like $210, which is cheaper than the activation fee of this 100K account of $245. It might not make much sense here, but I'm actually trying to keep my initial cost within certain limit. Yep. So here is my current updated P&L. Uh, I first started out with the Bulinox 100K end of day account at 30th of December last month, and I paid the $64.50 for it because I got it after applying a promo code as well. This is the account that I'm planning to cancel. I got a new 50K end of day account from Bulinox as well at the 25th of October, and I paid $52.50 after a treat 70% discount, which I think is still active until the 31st of October 2022. Yep. And if you have eagle eye, you'll also see that I have another account with Elite Trader Funding, which is for the 100K static account um, that I pay for $47.25 after applying the Halloween promo code of 65% discount, which I think is still valid until 31st of October 2022 as well. You'll see here that actually I'm planning to limit my initial cost of up to $500 before the next payout, which actually I will explain more for why furthermore down. Yep. Uh, so for this 100K static evaluation accounts from Elite Trader Funding, why I got it at the same time is because it's cheap. I mean, you have a 58, my 50K account is from Bulinox is still more expensive than the 100K account evaluation from Elite Trader Funding over here. And it only has a profit target of $2,000, which is actually different from other 100K like trading account, which they usually ask for a profit target of $6,000. So $2,000 is quite much, quite a fair bit lower. And the drawdown here is fixed, which is a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you are looking at it. If you are looking here, the max drawdown is $625, meaning you can never lose more than 625 or you will blow the account. But on the other hand, you won't have a trailing drawdown at all. Like let's say you earn maybe $1,000, but you lost $400 after that. The drawdown is still $625 and it won't move. Okay, and the max you can trade is 20 micros or 2 minis only. This is actually very good in terms of like risk management, meaning you usually won't be risking like won't be able to risk more than like 200 to 300 at once. And the best of all is that I can uh, trade for this through TradingView via TradeDay. And Elite Trader Funding allows you to trade TradingView for free without paying for any of the integration, whereas previously you usually have to pay an add-on if you want to trade a TradingView via TradeDay. So, like I said earlier, I was planning to keep my initial cost below $500, and this is currently what I am thinking that I might have to pay, assuming I am able to pay, I am able to pass both the Bluenox and the Elite Trader Funding account. So I have the first Bluenox account that I paid already, and the 50K end of the account from Bluenox as well that I have already paid as well, and the 100K static account from Elite Trader Funding of $47. And assuming I pass both of them, I have to pay a one-time activation fee of $145 for Bulinox. For Elite Trader Funding, I have to pay a monthly fee, but that is $80. And I'm assuming I have to pay 2 months of a monthly fee here before I got my first payout. Because let's be frank, Bulinox and Elite Trader Fundings, they stretch their payout period quite a fair bit. So I am likely to be able to receive my first payout maybe 2 months down the line. And after that, I'll be using the money I got from the payout, if any, to pay for the subsequent fees and other further payout prop firm account. Okay, the next one I'd like to cover is TradeDay. So TradeDay is a prop firm that I found out after I have evaluated like all the previous prop firms trading account, and I actually really like this one. If I started out trading futures, I would very much prefer to have started off with TradeDay, because I believe that if I start here, it would have saved me a lot of money instead by teaching me whether I am suitable to trading, instead of blowing up tens of thousands of dollars that I did trading futures. So TradeDay offers two accounts, which is a beginner 50K account and an advanced 100K account. And you see that the rules here that they have for trading is actually very much stricter than the other trading prop firms. They have a drawdown, an end of day drawdown of 1,500 for beginner, and end of day drawdown of $3,000 for advanced. But you also have a daily loss limit of only $500 for beginner and $1,000 for advanced. And the max position size of 2 contracts for minis or 20 micros. You can have an additional 1 contract with each $1,000 over the balance. And a profit target of $2,000 for beginner and $4,000 for advanced. You have a minimum trading days of 15 days and a consistency target, which is best day cannot be best day have to be below 30% of your total profits. The price for this is 165 for beginner and 350 for advanced. After funded fees of 132, which is a payment for the CME exchange fee. So apparently TradeDay is a real trading account where after you're funded, your orders are actually placed into the exchange, which is why the CME is considering you as a professional, because you are trading under a professional prop firm, which is TradeDay, and that's why they are charging you a professional access to the market fee, market data, which is $182. This is received by the exchange. It has a payout schedule of there's no restriction. You can request the same day request, um, but you need to allow up to 5 days to receive the withdrawal depending on your bank. So like let's say you on day one you make a very high profit and you can already request it out the very same day as well. The reason why I really like this is because of all the strict rules like I mentioned earlier. You have a very small daily loss limit. You have just 2 contracts of a max position size, and that is teaching you a lot about controlling your risk. Like let's say your risk parameter, you cannot leverage too much of a risk in one trade. So even though they are saying that you have a 50K account, but with a restriction of an end of day drawdown of 1,500 and a daily loss limit of $500, you can't actually risk too much of a trade at the same time. Like maybe at most, if you're planning like 5 trades in a day, you might risk $100 for each trade. And because of that, you might be trading only like 2 micros at a time. And you don't even need to have trade the full 2 max mini contract, but they don't limit you to the 2 contracts. You for each additional $1,000 you have over the balance, you can trade an additional contract, which is what I mean by teaching you about risk control. Because yeah, I'm actually implementing the same rule as well with my own personal trading account, where after a few subsequent dollar in my balance over my limit, then I will be allowing myself to trade an additional contract, which is actually how you should learn to control your risk parameter. And if the profit target here is actually quite low, so they are actually teaching you here, like even though you have a large account, you should keep your losses low and don't have very high expectation of very high profit at once. That's why they're giving you $2,000 of a profit target and $2,000 of profit target for beginner and $4,000 for advanced, and they have a quite an average trading days of 15 days. So there's quite a fair bit of time over here. But I would actually recommend the beginner account of a 50K account, because let's face it, uh, if I have a 50K account and I raise it to 51K, I can trade 3 contracts. If I have a 100K account and I raise it to 101K, I can also trade only 3 contracts. The difference between the beginner and advanced is how much drawdown that you have, which I am not planning to have that much risk at all in the first place. So I think it's better to start off with a 50K account. Alright. So this is actually a few days um after I trade the Bullion-Ox and the Elite Trader Funding, the 50K and the 100K static account. I might have some bad news over here. I might not be trading the Elite Trader Funding 100K static account at all. The reason for this is more on a personal side. It's not because of anything here. Uh, as you might not know, I do trade my own personal trading account at the side as well. So usually, if I'm entering a trade at NinjaTrader, I am also entering the trade for my own personal trading account via TradingView at the same time. And one thing I didn't realize is how difficult it is to switch brokers in TradingView. You have to log out and then log in again to a different account and enter the orders. And when you are looking at the orders for one account, you cannot view it for the different broker. And that's why it's quite difficult to switch position during trading time. So once I realized I have this issue, I started to trade off the TradeDay platform instead. I actually pretty much like the TradeDay platform. It's quite easy and intuitive. Actually, I do prefer it more compared to NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is quite low in terms of the trading platform among all the trading platforms that I use so far. But I do have an issue with focusing on 3 platforms at a time. I am not able to enter three trades and enter the trades at 3 platforms, and as a result, I miss out on my trades. Like the last 2 days, I attempted to go through all 3 at the same time. And because of this, I am thinking of dropping the Elite Traders account, the 100K static, via TradeDay, because even though I prefer TradeDay over NinjaTrader, a lot more prop firms are offering to trade via NinjaTrader. And because of this, that is a strategy I am pursuing, like to have trading via more prop firms, and that's why I'll be focusing more on the NinjaTrader to trade my evaluation account, and on TradingView to trade my own personal account. Yep. So I hope you enjoy this. Uh, Thank you for listening all this way. And if you like this video, do give it a like and subscribe. And I think, yeah, because there's a limit of I need to reach $1,000 before YouTube will allow me for any subsequent monetization or further features, which I would like to explore. Right. Thank you very much.